Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Today I am doing a review of the novellas in the Reluctant Royals series. So the first one is Once Ghosted, Twice Shy, and then Can't Escape Love. So since this is a 2-for-1, I'll be giving my non-spoilery thoughts for both in case you're interested but haven't read it yet, and then I'll get into the details. So for Once Ghosted, Twice Shy, we are following Lakatsi, who we did meet for the first time in A Princess in Theory. She is Thabiso's assistant. The events of this book are dual timelines, so some of them occur during the same time as A Princess in Theory, and then the others are present day. During A Princess in Theory, the first time that Lakatsi and Thabiso are in New York when they're looking for Naledi, Lakatsi meets this woman, Fabiola, and they go on a couple of dates. They have a really good time, but she knew that she had to go back to Thesolo, so they said it was going to be a short-term thing, but Fabiola kind of cut things off out of the blue. They were supposed to have one more date. Lakatsi was planning to reveal what she actually does for her job because Fab doesn't know, but she cut contact and they just stopped talking. Fast forward to present day, Thabiso and Naledi are living together in New York since Naledi is still in school, and of course Lakatsi came with him, so she's been living in New York and she and Fab happen to run into each other again. So then from there, Lakatsi is trying to decide if she wants to talk to her, if she wants to spend time with her, and if she can get an explanation for why they stopped talking in the first place. I do know that with novellas, things have to progress pretty quickly in order for the story to be complete in the limited amount of space that there is, so it is a little insta-lovey. There was also a lack of communication thing that I really hated. Those are probably two of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to romance, but I did enjoy the story overall and I rated this 3.75. In Can't Escape Love, we are following Portia's twin sister, Reggie. So the events of this book are at the same time as A Duke by Default when Portia is in Scotland. So Reggie is a nerd and a huge anime fan, and she ends up coming into contact with this guy who has been tasked with building an escape room of her favorite anime. So they make a deal and she's gonna help him with this, but then romance ensues. I did like the story overall. I really liked Reggie. There's great disability rep, great neurodiverse rep, but it is also insta-lovey as well as had that same, a different type of it, but that same lack of communication trope. But I did enjoy it overall, and I also rated this 3.75. So if you have not yet read either of the Reluctant Royals novellas but would like to, this is your official spoiler warning. Okay, so back to Once Ghosted, Twice Shy real quick. First of all, Lakatsi wasn't actually ghosted. Fab didn't disappear without any communication. She said, I can't do this, and cut contact. Was it the best way to end it? No, but she was not ghosted. In the beginning, I did not like Fabiola. I didn't like the way that she had broken Lakatsi's heart like that, but then reasserted herself into her life because she had no right to do so, and I didn't think that that was fair. And then when we find out everything that's been going on, yes, I feel bad for her, yes, I understand. However, she could have explained all of that to Lakatsi in the first place and probably would have gotten her issues resolved a lot sooner if she had. So communication is important, people. But I am glad that they are together, and in the end, Lakatsi is getting ready to propose to her. So hopefully, maybe we'll see a wedding or they will be married in A Prince on Paper. In Can't Escape Love, I really liked the connection and the chemistry between Reggie and Gus, even though I hate the name Gus. That's neither here nor there. It was going so well despite the insta-love. I was willing to let that go because it's a novella, but then at the end when Gus is like, well, I've said I love you twice, even though I've acknowledged that I am moving very fast, because they were, but then instead of being like, hey, I've expressed how I feel to you, I don't want to rush you, but I just need to know that we're both in this. Instead, he like gets ready to just leave and walk out of her life, and it's like, you could have just asked. You could have just asked. And at the time, Reggie was dealing with all the shit that was going on with Portia in Scotland. So like her sister had been drugged. Like priorities, she has some other things to worry about right now. So that just really annoyed me. This was almost a 4-star read, but that just really knocked it down a little bit for me. But I did like them both. I do recommend them. I think I should stop reading romance novellas though. But I was just interested in the characters for both of these, which is why I decided to read them. But yeah, I gotta chill with the romance novellas because I feel like they're almost always gonna have insta-love or insta-lust, either one. and that's just not for me. So those are all my thoughts on Once Ghosted, Twice Shy and Can't Escape Love by Alyssa Cole. I am really enjoying her books, and I'm excited to read the last book in this series, which I believe is about Noletti's cousin Naya, who we met in A Princess in Theory. But let me know if you have read either of these or if they are on your TBR. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.